All right. So, okay. So, hello everyone. This is M Author, EAB, whatever you want to call me. M is fine. So, I know a lot of you have reached out to me through private message to ask about how to navigate Patreon. I know that Patreon is a little tricky, especially if you've never used it before. So I'm gonna try to answer some questions, the frequently asked questions that I've received. If I don't answer your question with this tutorial, please feel free to reach out to me in my inbox. I will be more than happy to answer any other questions that you have. This is just like the basics that I have learned by supporting creators on Patreon. So I kind of know how to work it a little bit, but I am by no means an expert, guys. They do have a fact page on Patreon. If you have any specific questions, you can always email them as well. They're usually pretty, uh, they usually get in touch back pretty fast. So feel free to use that resource as well. So the first most frequently asked question that I get is how to read previous episodes for the comics. So those of you that have followed me for a while know that I remove the older pages off Patreon once they're available on Tapas and Webtoon. And the reason that I do this is because it slows down the page when you're trying to upload it, when there's so much stuff to get through every time you upload it, and it slows it down. It also makes it harder to find stuff that you're looking for on the page when there's so many episodes. And right now we have about 6 running comics on this page, so it can get really confusing trying to find what you're looking for if there's just so many comics and so many pages. So that is the reason why I delete the previous episodes off of Patreon once they're available on Tapas and Webtoon. With that being said, it is you are able to look and find what you're looking for uh, on the pages. If you look, you'll be able to find what you're looking for. So to become a patron, and I'm just gonna become a patron of my own. The page that I'm on right now is the Papa Eye patron. And I'm gonna become my own patron so you can see exactly what it looks like, how to, and this is gonna be public. So those of you that are not patrons yet and just kind of confused about the process, this will show you how to do it from beginning to end. So your options are monthly or annual. If you do annual, you are able to save 10%. I did have a few people that clicked the annual one. They wanted to do the monthly one. If that happens to you, message me. I will refund you for the annual payment, and then you can do the monthly payment that you want. So I'm going to do monthly just so I can show you this real quick. So you're going to click the monthly tier, and the tier that I chose will give me access to everything uh, except for this sneak peek line art that the Fanatic fans are able to get. But other than that, you're able to see everything on this tier, not safe for work, and any other access. There are different times that you'll be able to see it, which I'll go over a little bit later. But for now, we're gonna just do the devoted tier, which is probably the easiest way to go. So as soon as you become a patron, you'll see this welcome message. And the welcome message is basically showing and telling you basically what I'm about to tell you in this video. So those of you that are curious on how to read the previous episodes, this is the best way to go about that. So My Gentle Giant is available on Webtoon and Tapas, and you can read My Gentle Giant on either of those platforms. The best way to read the most up-to-date episodes, guys, for any of the Webtoons is Tapas. The reason I say that is because Webtoon, sometimes I have to censor stuff for Webtoon. Tapas allows me to be a little more explicit, so you're able to see a little more than you would be on Webtoon. But you're always going to find the most up-to-date updates for any of the comics on Tapas. And Webtoon, Tapas and Webtoon. So let's say I want to read the previous episodes from My Gentle Giant. I'm going to click on the link. It's going to take me right to Tapas, and you can read from episode 1, The Charm, all the way up to the newest episode, which is He's Pretty 13. And that is the easiest way, guys, to find what you're looking for as far as to read those previous episodes. And the same is true for Fated Mates. The same is true for Sinbad's Trail and Papa I. I also have the Google Drives for these episodes because I know some people just prefer to not be on the apps. And if that is the case, you can absolutely use the Google Drive. Google Drive for Fated Mates, this is the one where most people seem to be confused as far as what it is. Like they just seem to be confused in general. So I'm gonna just go over exactly what it is that you're looking at here. So Fated Mates, as if you started with us from the beginning, you know that we've had 3 different artists on Fated Mates. So in the beginning, Mizu was the artist, and all of the episodes that we started with are here, and you can read those from episode 1. Fated Mates, episode 1, 1A, Webtoon Fix. That is the very first episode, 1A, 1B, and then so on and so forth. And you can read all the way up to the second artist that we had. From there, the episodes are broken down into chapters, and this is the very first chapter that we have with the new artist, and that starts on chapter episode 11, which is Fetish, and this is the full chapter, guys. You can read every episode of Fated Mates since we got the new artist. It stops at a secret. Once I finish uploading the final chapter of Luna, I will go ahead and add that onto the Google Drive. But again, if you want to read up to the most recent episode, the best way to do that is through Tapas. Sinbad's Trail, the Google Drive is up to date. As you can see, it goes up to chapter 2. We are on page, I think, 24. Yep, we're on page 24 on Tapas right now. And the Google Drive is censored. This is because it's available for everyone. Uncensored is only available for Sinbad's Trail on tier devoted and above. So if you're looking to read the uncensored episodes, you're going to have to go back onto Patreon. That is where you will be able to see the uncensored episodes. Why I did it like this is because I wanted to make sure that everyone had access to those episodes through Google Drive. However, I wanted to make sure that those that were paying for the Not Safe for Work were getting the Not Safe for Work in a separate way. So that is why the uncensored is only available on Patreon. I know some of you find that to be inconvenient. I do apologize about that, guys, but that is the best way that I know how to make sure that the rewards, the uncensored rewards, stay on Patreon, and that there is, no one kind of leaking it and putting it on those third-party sites. So yes, so if you want to read uncensored, you're gonna have to go to Patreon for that. To give you a little bit of info about the tiers, so I'm gonna go. Let me see. Bear with me here. So if you go to manage memberships, if you go to this little icon, this little Itsuki icon in the right-hand corner, it will pull up your memberships that you have. And if you want to edit your tier, let's say you click the dollar tier, but you're like, oh, actually, I want to do the Fanatic fan tier. You can always edit that. Here it says edit or cancel membership, select a different tier. It'll bring you back. So the $5 Dutiful Fan tier, you get access to Fated Mates and My Gentle Giant, access to Not Safe for Work episodes. Those are Fated Mates episodes only, guys. The reason that the Fated Mates episodes are available on the $5 tier Not Safe for Work is because that is a comic that I started with, and I did not think it was fair to increase the price for people that had already been with me since the beginning reading Fated Mates. So I kept it on the $5 tier, but the rest of the Not Safe for Work is only available on the Devoted tier or above. So if you were confused, like, oh, why can I only see Fated Mates on the Not Safe for Work? It's because I kept that the same to be fair to those that were with me from the beginning. All of the extra comics, all of the exclusive comics that are only on Patreon, all of those are only available on the Devoted tier. So if you are wondering why you can't see certain comics, Chasm, Second Opinion, Black, that is because they are only available on the Devoted tier. For Devoted tier, you are able to see all the Not Safe for Work episodes. You get access to all the exclusive comics. The only difference on the $10 tier is that you do not see them right when they are published. So super fans and fanatic fans see them first, and then devoted fans will see them. The difference between the super fan and the fanatic fan is that fanatic fans are able to see early line work for episodes that are to come. So if you wanted to see like sneak peeks of your favorite comic, the fanatic fan tier is probably the tier that you want to pledge because you'll be able to see stuff that's happening in real time. In order to change, like I said, you're going to click on that little icon, manage memberships, and then it'll take you directly to the page where you can edit whether you want to go up, down. That's totally your call. There is also an option where you can cancel your pledge. I know sometimes stuff gets weird. You need to cancel for a month. That's totally fine. Click this little button here that says edit or cancel. Click on cancel your membership, and that will allow you to cancel at any time as well. If you made a mistake and pledged the annual tier, like I said, just go ahead, reach out to me. I'll refund you, and you can pledge which one that you wanted to pledge. Okay, so let's get into explaining how to. Hold on one second. Explaining how to. Come on. Sorry, explaining how to navigate the tags. So this is just for desktop. It's going to be different for the iPhone or Android depending on what you're using, but this tutorial is just for desktop. So the easiest way to find what you're looking for is to use the tag system, guys. So right here, you'll see on where it says post, there'll be different tags that off the bat you'll see Not Safe for Work, Fated Mates, Papa I, My Gentle Giant, Sinbad's Trail. Those are my most popular comics. Unfortunately, I can only choose 5 tags, so Demons Don't Cry is not up there. Chasm and Second Opinion is not up there, and Black is not up there either. However, if you click on this little icon here, you can see all the tags that I've used. Sanctuary, Heart to Heart, those of you that are coming for the Heart to Heart extras, Heart to Heart is on there, and all of the chapter names are also on there. So if you're looking for like a specific chapter, you can absolutely find that, find what you're looking for there as well. So for the Not Safe for Work, which is what most people come to Patreon for, you're going to click on that tag, and as you can see, some of it is blurred out. That's because I chose the $10 devoted tier, and all of it is not available to me yet. But Discreet 6 will be available on Tuesday, and the new episode of Fated Mates will be available on Tuesday as well for super and fanatic fans. So those of you that have been here a while kind of understand my schedule and how it goes. I tend to update Papa I on Sundays. On Mondays, I'll update My Gentle Giant. Tuesdays is Fated Mates. Wednesdays is Sinbad's Trail. Demons Don't Cry is Thursday. Friday is Fated Mates again. I update Fated Mates and I update Fated Mates and Second Opinion on the same day. Fated Mates has 2 episodes, 2 updates a week. So you get updates on Tuesday and you get updates on Friday. This was a big reason that I decided to go with a new artist for Fated Mates is because I wanted the updates to be more frequent. Before, we were only getting like 1 update a month. It was really brutal. So now we're able to really enjoy the story, and it's not so much space between each update. For Chasm, the artist on Chasm, She is a little slower in terms of the updates, so they're a little more spaced out. There's not really a schedule for it, but I always make those updates available for devoted tier to begin with. I usually don't split it up between fanatic and super fans because I know that there's not really a schedule for it. So it's harder for people to keep up with it. For second opinion, though, the update date is on Friday, and for Black, the update date is on Saturday. So generally, I try to keep in line with those schedule dates. That's for my sanity, as well as to kind of give you guys a schedule as to what to be looking for on what date. But if something does happen and real life kind of is just kicking my butt, I will let you guys know that in the comment that I leave on the actual update. So for Not Safe for Work, you're going to click the tag. It'll put up all the episodes that you're looking for that. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Unfortunately, you are not able to click two tags at once. So what I mean by that is you're not able to click Not Safe for Work and Fated Mates. It's either the Not Safe for Work or the Fated Mates. But what you can do is look at the tier that you're under. So if you're a dutiful tier, it will show you all the dutiful tier for Not Safe for Work. And so that is really helpful because it will allow you to see everything um, that is available to you. Let's see. As far as looking at the specific comics, like I said, you can click right on the comic. It'll pull up all the updates for that comic available to you. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't think that there's anything else that I need to kind of touch base on here. As I said, the it's different on the phone than it is on the desktop. I may do a different tutorial video to kind of show you guys how to use it on the phone because I know a lot of you are using mobile devices. But this is how to navigate it on desktop. It's very similar on mobile devices as well. There are tags on the mobile devices that you're totally able to click, and it's the same process, guys. You're just going to click the tag and it'll bring you to what you're looking for. And yeah, that's all I got. You can always reset by say click all tiers. I know those of you are you're getting a little sneak peek of what just happened in Chasm. But yeah, again, guys, if you have any more questions, still don't get it, have no clue what the heck I'm talking about, please message me. I'm very active on Patreon. I answer any questions that you guys have. I'm more than welcome to answer those for you. And I definitely want the experience of Patreon to be something that's accessible to you. I don't want you to feel like you're not able to get what you paid for. So please, please, please don't be shy. I promise. I probably have had the same exact questions that you have at some point. And so this is why I've done this video to kind of help you guys out. But if you have further questions, don't hesitate to inbox me. That's all. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys have no clue how much this Patreon page has just allowed me to be so creative and to bring you guys these stories and to connect with you guys, and that just makes me so happy. It really does. And so every new fan that I get, every new patron that I get, every message that I get in my inbox is just, it's really touching. And I know a lot of you are waiting for the new novel to come. It's coming. I'm trying to finish writing out the scripts for Fated Mates and Second Opinion before I start a new novel, just because I want to have that focus. Also, I need to finish my part of, maybe you guys aren't familiar with this work, but Love and War, I need to focus and finish on that as well. So that is my goal. That's what's happening with me right now. Of course, I'm always writing and updating the comics that I have existing now, but as far as new work coming out, that is what to look forward to. I love you guys. Thanks for your support. And again, don't hesitate to message me. Bye-bye.